it's very overwhelming, and then you know what? It keeps on coming.
Oh,
it keeps on coming.
Yeah.
And you're just like, whoa, man! How much more? I mean.
Hey, well, you know, there are times, and it actually happen more often than not when I get out there, but this one was really nice, where you run into a couple that you're communicating with so well and so tuned in with, that really don't want the conversation to end. You want to keep on talking. This is that couple. And what I like about this, I mean, if when I'm out there talking to people, of course, it's a street. You don't know what they're going to say. And here's a, middle-aged couple from New Jersey. He's a spirit salesman, sells liquor and wine and distribution. And his wife, who turn out to be just completely tuned in. And the woman, both of them, I mean, are just tuned in to what is going on. About everything, you name it. The shadow government, the false flags, all of it. And this happens, this woman also is a member of the New Jersey Women for Trump, who I met the originator of that group out there was a couple of weeks ago. The video's up, you can see it. It's a few videos back. So it's just nice. It's just a good conversation is one of those things that keep on flowing. They didn't want to leave, and I didn't want them to leave, the conversation just kept on rolling. So I hope you enjoy it. And this is why, again, you never know. You never know. You never know. That's probably why I imagine the spook agencies tune into my show, because they can also pick up on the people that know. And, to see if their propaganda is working. It's not. So, I'm going to work today on getting the shop button up on my website. So, but the shop button does work in the description. And I do have designs up there. The quality's decent. I got one of the t-shirts in. It's or sweatshirt. I got to put a sweatshirt. I got one of the sweatshirts. And I picked one of the harder prints. So it came out real nice. So I'm satisfied with their quality. So if you'd like to help me out and get something for the money you can be contributing, then please go get yourself something at my shop, Badass Uncle Sam Shop at Teespring. And if you just want to throw money at me, of course, there's buttons for that too. So thanks for stopping by. And of course, if you can't do anything else, pray for me out there. The attacks are getting increasingly more violent. I've had more vandalism done to my rig in the past couple of weeks than I've had in the past couple of years out there. So I guess the word's out. Maybe these goofballs are getting crazier. So, it's a job. I could use your prayers. Thank you very much. Let's get to this one. I'll see you on the other side. What do you do?
I sell wine and spirits, wholesale and retail. I've had the same customers since like 1990, so they're like family.
Great.
And ironically, I had the best year in 2019 that I've ever had in
really?
The whole time.
So the tariffs hadn't affected you at all? None of that's bothered you?
They just started hitting. Some like Glenlivet and Macallan Scotch. going up like $12 a bottle. Wow! And it's going to be more. It's going to be more as time goes on.
I'm glad I quit drinking.
Well, that's one thing they never do. They never stop drinking or eating.
Yeah, I know.
So as long as you're...
Yeah.
And I think personally that because of Trump, I think and the economy is doing what it's doing.
Yeah.
I think that's helped a lot. The only thing that bothers me, we were in a bar yesterday. We met some kids from Dallas. They had just gotten married, and he was an economic something from the University of Texas, a degree, economic analysis or something like that. And he was saying the only thing that's the matter is that things are out of kilter now. He said because the kids today that are getting out of school, they can't make what you made when you got out of school. And he's right. I didn't have $150,000 debt hanging over my head when I got out of college. You know, and it's like that's the only problem. You know, I think we have to rectify.
On the flip side of it, I hear constantly out here from small businessmen, they can't get anybody to work for them. They can't find people who want to work.
Exactly right.
So there's jobs out there.
The kids today, they got a whole different perspective. I don't know where that entitlement came from, but they really don't feel like they have to pay their dues and earn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it can. I think it was drummed into. It's our educational system. I think.
Well.
Yeah.
We all know that's corrupted.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. There's a KGB agent that came over here in '58. He flipped. And you can still see his interview on YouTube. Oh. And he lays it out. It's a 300-hour interview. And he says, our plan to take over the United States was a 40-year plan. We couldn't do it militarily. He says, the first thing we did is we infiltrated the educational system. And we knew that after a few generations down the road, you'd have a Bernie Sanders, running. And the kids would be, and all going for it. And we would bend their minds. And I think that's what's happened. The educational system, the entertainment, they've taken over. So
There's
the whole cultural system.
12 families that run the
Thank you. Thank you.
And they're the ones that set it up, and we're like modern day slaves. It's ridiculous.
Thank you. So you know.
I know.
You know. You can see. You know about the shadow government, the deep state, and that.
I know all about it.
Yes.
But you know what really blows our minds, both of us, is how these liberals can be like a bunch of sheep.
Well, that's what they are. But that's what they train.
Yes.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
How they got they got into their heads. It started way back in when, I mean, right from grade school, kindergarten, they start
Well, the elites for a long time have known how
to maneuver.
Yes.
Yeah. But even what you said, Bernie Sanders, well, we're going to give you this free and that free. Well, wait a minute. Where the hell is this coming from? Who's going to pay for it?
See? You just walk by and say, fuck you. See?
You know what? It's a shame because our generation, we're getting fewer and fewer. We're like the World War II veterans.
Yeah,
true, but I'm seeing a lot of young people that are waking up.
Well, Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel. Mm-hmm. We just, we're in the hotel room. We had it on, but they went on the street and just pulled kids off the street and said, impeach or not. And every single one of them said not. Yeah. And they were all young kids. Yeah. All young. I
run into them out here. This is what I like about being on the street. Is the fact that you're not getting a pundit saying stuff.
You must get heckled and harassed though.
Oh yeah, but who gives a crap about these skinny jean pencil neck nitwits? I mean, collectively they're dumber than a trainload of hammers and they're cowards. I don't worry about that.
You're right.
So, but I find that a lot of young kids, especially like from 12 to 17, rejecting the entire liberal scene. And I think it's a natural progression. I've even had a couple of them say, it's natural for young people to reject what they grow up into.
Yes.
So they're kind of like growing up into this liberal minutia, and they're going, wait a second, no, I don't want it.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
Yes. So I think there's look, even against all odds, he got in.
Yeah.
Even
Amazing.
though the deep state has the media, entertainment, the government,
The banking system,
the banking system,
the medical system,
the medicals.
they got everything.
Thank you. But even with all that, we still prevail.
I know.
Yeah.
Amazing, right? And that's what, I mean,
But that's because we had help from the Ukraine. Couldn't have done it without him.
Yeah, dude. All right,
How's that sound?
here's a get out of jail free card from Hillary Clinton.
Oh, thank
It's,
you.
as you know, good for any crime in the world.
2 years ago. 2 years ago.
oh
No,
my God,
2000
I got to take a picture of this and send it to Connie.
2016. Yeah. Her and I went to a Halloween party. She was dressed as Hillary, and I was dressed like Donald Trump. I asked her.
I don't know if I have the picture, but
we
it was
won
great.
first place.
Oh, you're great.
We got the first place for the most scariest. And I had it great. I had the blue Navy T-shirt, and I'm like, what emails? You know, it was great. Yeah.
Terrific. So they can do things like that. Well, I can see why you won first prize. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Isn't that great? He looked like him too.
I know, you both look great. Hold that up to this camera. I want people to see that. That's beautiful. Yeah, all right. First prize indeed.
Oh, yeah.
That's another thing that bothers me is the only person I can think of that keeps on saying that Epstein committed suicide is Bill Barr.
Oh no, you know what? I got something sent to me from the underground, obviously. And they had shown him being switched out that with somebody that almost looked like him. I got that sent to me.
Yeah, that's in there too.
I was just going to ask you, what do you think of that? I mean, what's your? Do you think he's alive and just living in some remote island, or do you think
it's a possibility?
The Queen really did have him killed because now he disgraced their family.
Yeah, either he is dead,
right.
But I'm not so sure. Of course, I don't. If he didn't commit suicide. I'm not sure he was even in prison. What's his name?
Because of course all the prison guards and everybody are now being a scapegoat.
Oh, sure.
Or if not, they're going to end up dead anyway, just because they had to cover something up.
Well, the amount of lies that we're told is astronomical.
Oh,
People knew the real truth. There would be a revolution before the sun hit the ground today.
You know what? That's what amazes me. We all know, our generation. I remember my mom. Oh, we got to watch the government's coming on TV, and you believed everything. And now all of us now, we're like, screw you. You haven't told. Yeah. You've been corrupt from the moment, and it's getting worse.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised nothing has really happened, but people are definitely being more educated about it now. Who
are you listening to get your information? Who do you listen to?
Ron's.
No, how about QAnon? You know about him?
I don't trust him.
You don't?
Don't trust him. The reason I don't trust him, familiar with Steve Bitchute?
Yes, I am.
Bitchute says QAnon is a psyop.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he's the one that says that Epstein wasn't even in prison, and he wasn't the one that was killed. So Bitchute questions QAnon.
Oh.
He says that's a psyop. Are you listening to InfoWars at all?
No. I have a guy at work. He's already been in Facebook prison numerous times because Rob Maloney, he posts awesome stuff. People send him stuff, and then I have a friend of mine that also gets information from the underground. So, they just started a website now for New Jersey, all Trump supporters. It's been great. Now kind of anonymous type thing. Yeah. And my friend, he had Rob. He started the whole thing with the on Facebook too, but he had to go under an alias name because.
Pardon me, but there's a woman I talked to last week, and you want to go to my YouTube channel from New Jersey. who started the Woman for Trump.
Oh yeah. I'm in it.
Well, yeah,
She's your friend?
She I interviewed her last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It was my friend Ron. He invited me to it, so I'm in.
Oh, terrific! Yeah. I interviewed her. It's up there.
It
She was
just
trying
came
to
out.
turn
I'm
New
in.
Jersey red.
Yeah, man. That's awesome.
Yes,
I'm in.
I talked to her last week or the week before, but I just posted that video.
QAnon, that's not my only source. It's not really.
No, of course not. There's several.
There's several.
Yeah.
You just can go on. I mean.
Well, I listen to the people they try to silence.
Right.
That's what I go to. You know, that's why I listen to InfoWars. I mean, when they took InfoWars down off everything, but I've been listening to InfoWars for 20 years. So, and I've been on the show a few times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's your name?
It's on the back of the card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know, from conversations I've had out here,
Okay, Mike.
you know, because I never knew who the hell I'm going to speak to. I mean, I've talked to Trump's Secret Service out here. I actually spoke to the head of his re-election campaign out here.
Really?
I've spoke to FBI agents, and, you know, you name it. Because again, I don't know who's working up what they're going to say. A lot of people in the government. I'm a magnet for military and police, so I'm getting their inside stuff. So this is where I get my inside information. It's out here, but then I listen to the people they try to silence. Tommy Robinson, you know.
There it is. See, New Jersey Woman for Trump.
There it is. There she is.
Yeah. My friend had the New Deplorables, which is the new That was his. He got kicked off of Facebook because of all this stuff.
Yeah. But this is how we're winning.
I know. Now he named himself Joe America. That's his art. That's his alias.
We just change our, you know, go over here. We're like, I mean, the truth is like water. It seeks its level. We're going to find it. We're going to go there. That's why we keep on beating them against all odds. We keep on beating. You can't keep the truth down. You can't keep freedom down.
And this is what I'm saying. It's like, how stupid do you think? I mean, we are.
They think we're very stupid.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Like, you have never changed your business model of the government, but we've grown smarter. So you think that people are just going to keep listening and believing what you're saying? I don't understand that. You see what I'm saying? Like, we've gotten smarter, but you have never changed anything or updated the way you do business in the government.
Yeah.
Okay?
But they live in that bubble, and they see that you know, that certain percentage that keeps on following them like lemmings, and they think they can do it. They think they can go ahead and win with that. They can't. They can't understand why they keep on losing.
And all they've been trying to do for 4 years is rip Trump down.
Yeah.
And everything they try, it ends up kicking them in the ass.
I know.
Everything.
I love it. It's like they build a wall and then run into it.
Yeah.
And they can't figure out. You know, they dig a hole and they figure, well, this ain't working. Let's get a backhoe. We'll dig more. I mean, they just don't get it.
And they'll find out with this impeachment that this is going to do more harm.
Yeah, it's backfiring on them. Everything no weapon used against us shall prosper. It's in the Bible.
Right.
Nope.
Yeah, well, some of our biblical prophecies.
Well, it's
unbelievable.
Yes. Yep. Mirror. It's right there. It's all been written down. We know what's happening.
We know what's happening. And you know what? Deep down, some of the liberals, they know too.
Oh, yes. And I'm running into them out here that are flipping. They are, understand?
They are.
Yeah. I mean,
they are.
Especially the moderate, you know, Democrats are going, I don't understand infanticide. I don't understand open borders or this Green New Deal. Joe Biden comes out and says, we're going to get rid of all fossil fuels and arrest the executives. What? You have any jobs you're going to be put? I mean, what are you, trying to lose votes? I mean, you know, that's like our biggest employment sector.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he wants to eliminate, and he thinks he's going to win. What are you, crazy?
They don't get it that the economy is what runs the country.
Yeah, well, Bill Clinton said it. It's the economy, stupid. Even he said it. Oh, you know what's going on?
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Here's your favorite thing, Pizzagate.
Yeah. Oh, that's a whole nother.
It's a whole nother
I mean, how do they control? How do they control? They control a lot through that.
Do you have anything on here with the Marina Abramovich?
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, there's so many. Once you get into what we're into,
wait.
Yeah, there's so many. That's why the surface craft, the things that the people, when you run into these idiots that just watch CNN, and they know like one little
tenth.
Not that.
Not even.
I mean, they're scraping the surface of what's really going on. Then you look at the depth, and you go, God, the amount of, and you can never. I have a hard. I mean, that's all I do is read books.
I know.
Delve into this,
I still like. It's very overwhelming, and then you keep, and you know what? It keeps on coming.
Oh,
it keeps on coming.
Yeah.
And you're just like, whoa, man, how much more? I mean,
well, you're looking at hundreds and hundreds of years of this. I mean, oh God. Unfortunately, I don't find that funny anymore. I mean, it's like, that's a whole nother thing. 9/11. I spoke to a couple of pilots. Talked to a couple of pilots today and some structural engineers, and got into 9/11 with them. I mean, that's me. I've been studying 9/11 forever.
He was obsessed for years.
Yeah.
Years.
And
that computer.
You cannot tell me anything that would make me believe that those buildings came down the way they came down.
Thank you.
No way.
Thank you.
No way.
Thank you. I mean, the false flags, everything from
idiot.
Oklahoma City to it goes on.
Everything.
On. The Boston bombings, the London bombings,
all of it.
All of it. I mean, they just happen to have drills going on at the same exact time. Yeah.
It's a joke. It's not a joke, but it's a joke that they really think that.
We pulled another one on you.
The people swallow this. This is what I was getting upset this way. I get so upset.
I mean, when I'm at work and the liberals get in their conversations, I actually have to get up and walk away because anything that I say, it's going to be right, completely.
Yeah.
I remember yelling at one friend of mine, and he said something, and I'm like, oh, really? I said, well, maybe you should read up on what the Clinton Foundation really does. It funds all your pedophiles that you don't even want to know about. And he was like, how can you say? And he went berserk, yelling and screaming in our employee dining room, and then started shooting personal garbs towards me.
Yeah.
They had nothing to do with the political discussion.
Right.
Ballistic.
It's easier for them to believe the lies.
Right. And he made such an ass out of himself. The people that even didn't agree or even agreed maybe with his viewpoints did not agree with how he acted. And all sided with me and said, how could you do that to her? She was your friend. Oh no, she'll get over it. And I'm like, no, I did not get over it. You belittled and berated me on a personal level that had nothing to do with it because I didn't agree with your viewpoint. I said, who's the ignoramus? Not me. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, so now when anything comes up, I'm just like, see, I gotta go. I don't even want to go there because the display is awful.
Yeah, some of them you're just never ever going to reach. But that's why I video a lot of my conversations out here, because they destroy themselves.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
I just let them talk at times. Just let them go on.
Just let them open their mouth.
Yeah, and they destroy themselves.
Yeah.
I'll try to talk sense to them, but then you can see where their eyes just glaze over.
You know that. So you just believe in what you're doing and keep doing it.
Yeah.
All right. Nice talking to
Hey,
you.
God bless you
too.
guys. It was
You
a
too. It was
pleasure.
great.
It
Great.
really is a pleasure. All right.
Love it.
See you later.
Did you enjoy the couple? I did. I liked them a lot. And if you enjoy these videos, go hit the appropriate buttons and help me out by contributing in some fashion or way. And of course, pray for me. And I'll be praying for you on this side. And I'll see you on the streets.